Hi, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on and have a seat for some symbolic support, we're going to utilize the scrolls today to see what shapes and symbols stand out and speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and where Mr. Ghost Gift is here kicking, we're going to utilize Ghost Tube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further inspire or irritate. Overall, pleased to receive or release freely. So when you're ready, let's go. I want to thank you so much for being here. If you're new, welcome. My name is Steph, and for those returning subscribers and members, gratitude galore. When you're ready, closing the eyes.
Lost.
Absolutely not, love. You're here together, so you're not lost. Sorry, when you're ready, taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. May you meet a message with meaning. All right, let's go.
Where are you?
I am here. Where are you? All right, so here are our scrolls. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below, drop an emoji or anything else along that lines. Sharing your insights as it does deepen. Look how big my face is in the circle. Oh my goodness. Could I be any more closer to the Sorry. All right. Okay. Let's dig in here.
Are you scared?
No. Are you scared? All right. I am... Okay, sorry. I'm attracted right in here of the scroll. We're in the feminine temple, crown and intuition, and the throat. Okay, this is what I'm doing over here. I feel like these characters here, sorry about my nails, but you're used to gross nails by now. Right here, they're doing some sort of work. This feels like an oil rig, but in the throat, and it's not actually oil. It's just the symbol that I'm seeing to be able to understand. And then, like, as things go out, or I guess like you struck oil, like something's released. These energies are doing some sort of work in there, which is interesting because as I see this, and it comes into an eye. There are roots here growing. Okay, I am plunging away as well anything that is trying to jump on me, like a mite or a flea, anything along that lines. And it's almost like my words that I'm saying in my throat might be cold. They could be taken cold, but it's like having a cold shower if anything's too hot in my feelings, but it's like it won't come out of my mouth yet. It's like too hot and fiery, and I feel like I'm holding back a little bit to be like, I don't want to say those fiery things, and then I end up saying something really cold. It appears cold. Okay, so this is the thing. It feels cold, but it's like having it's not meant to be cold. I feel like I've just hit a point, like when these fleas or mites or whatever these might mean to you, right? Whatever symbolically those symbols might mean. It's like they don't like that environment. And I'm hearing like, whatever they is or whatever they are, it doesn't have to be people or even just like your own things. It's like, oh, this gnat, this flea, this whatever.
Greetings.
There's no offense taken. It's not meant to be like, well, no offense, but this isn't that kind of feeling. This is, I feel like I've struck gold in some way, shape, or form, like really fresh water, a really fresh water feeling in the way I'm saying things, and like taps, because when I'm seeing those people work, like that was on the oil rig, I am getting really good at finding a temperature that works for me,
Niece.
but maybe you as well. You know, finding your perfect temperature in different situations. Like maybe after doing work outside in the sun, you might really enjoy cold, but if you're doing work when in the rain, you might really enjoy a more warmer tap. So I'm not looking for a standard temperature. The constant is the filtration system. This feels intuitive to some degree. It's almost like how the intuition or your intuits are spoken to the self inside. There's the fire, how they're spoken inside to me, and then it's like it can come out and like the moisture of your mouth. I don't mean to say that's so gross, but that's the way it's like of your mouth, like tasting your words. But again, it's not in this like you're going to eat your words. That's not what I'm talking about. This is like the other side of that coin. This is tasting your own words. The flavor of how they feel and the temperature of them, given whatever situation or something you might be in.
He won't leave.
Hot, and it's not a hot and cold thing either, but it's like certain environments, it's all the degrees in between. And then there's like these different kind of taps. There's poodles in here, and very fun fancy poodles. Like they are show dogs, and these show dogs are being called out, not in a showing off. This all feels like I want to say words. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I want to say words that typically, topically, or at least to me, I instinctually go to, like eat your words, show off, but I'm being asked to immediately look at the other side of the coin. And while that too maybe positive or negative, whatever the case may be, it's actually like the rim of it is where I kind of want to land in, so that I'm in motion, versus if a coin falls one way or the other, the heads or tails of it, being on the rim, it's not indifferent, it's not indecisiveness, it's in motion. Actually, it's in motion. Okay, so then I come back to the oil rig that's very high up in the sky, but then that coin thing that I'm on, or the symbology of that anyway, then becomes a mill. And then I see the water running through, and then it's like Willy Wonka's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Mask, honor your authenticity. Oh, fascinating. I want to put you right there. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry if the lighting's still wonky. As I moved up into a corner of a different room, we're just trying to work through. Anyway, it's fine. 13 is also my integration number. This card is number 13. So something else is coming into this. Don't be afraid to move and change. I want to put you over there. And then cocoon, consider your source. And you know me, if these mean anything to you, first and foremost, follow that. Collective, trust in the goodness of others. Okay, so thank you. And the identity is actually under that with clear your vibes. Which is, this is what it feels like it is. Clearing the filtering of one's face and throat. So see all these masks here? Do you know what it makes me feel like? Thank you. I'll take you. Okay.
Imbecile.
It makes me feel as though, you know, in like the show Friends, Willy Wonka and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's like you can identify with all of those characters. Like, which one are you? Are you the Phoebe? Are you the Rachel, the Monica, the Chandler? Oh my goodness. And I totally said, could I be any closer to the camera? Totally Chandler Bang. Anyway, instead of having to choose one, you acknowledge I'm all of them. I'm all of them. The temperature of the whole show, the whole collective. I also want to know, because it's like taking them on and off and honoring that authenticity. I'm like, I want to say, like, I have choices in my identity, what the temperature is, and I'm not a puppet to these.
Crazy.
I'm not a puppet to these. Crazy. But I'm also clearing out old identities. It's like or identifying factors. This is the mill. Okay, I'm back in the mill. Because it's like the seasons, say 13 seasons, maybe 13 years, or a cycle of integration has come in. There's been so many seasons of different personalities or parts, behaviors, this, that, or the other that have come in. Don't be afraid to move and change. It's like now change shows. Maybe you want to experience a different dramedy, or something more sentimental or more serious, or go to movies. Do you know what I'm saying? So it feels like there is a call to who are you going to become in the next show. It's like seeing one of those stars' friends. Again, it can be any show. It doesn't, but that's what's stepping forward. And then seeing them in other movies, in other roles, and going, oh my goodness, okay, right? So that's what it makes me feel like. New show, who dis? New show, who dis? And trusting the audience. So trusting the goodness in others. See if I can bring this up.
Knock.
And trusting the goodness in others. In the collective, it's like also your audience, your family, the people at work, changing jobs, careers, personal, professional, corporate, creative, the yada, yada, yadas of life. And deciding, no, it's not deciding. How do I say that? One moment. When the show ends, that your fans will always be your fans.
Invisible.
Even when, and they might be invisible as well. You might never ever meet your fans. You might never really know who they are. Including those in spirit in the afterlife and all the other different layers of existence. But even like, say you're a fan I'm a fan of you, and your show ends, or you decide, okay, this movie series is over and you're going to go try something else. A loyal fan will still tune into it. You know what I mean? They'll still tune in. Whether or not they enjoy that movie, or the new show that you've tried out, or the new character role, that doesn't take away their whole experience of you. You're just like, oh yeah, I really love this actor, this artist, whatever the case is, this job, this task I had. I really enjoyed them in it, but I didn't really enjoy them in this. But yeah, I still love them. I love that they're doing what they need to do and exploring new. Does this make sense? I don't know how this may fit in your context, but I'm gonna add on a few tarot cards here, and hopefully, yeah, I don't need to try and constipate it at all. Can I flip this? Because it's almost like saying you have many roles in you. Many roles. Cocoon. Sorry, give me a moment. Cocoon just kind of enveloped me. It's almost like having some form of grief after you've been on one TV series for so long, or one movie, played one character for so long, and you're wondering, like, am I locked into this character now? FOMO, clear vibes. What does FOMO stand for? Fear of missing out? Okay. So maybe you might feel like, okay, this show has ended, whatever this means for your life. And it's like, am I going to miss out? But it's like allowing the younger generation to come in now and allowing them to find their footing amongst the footsteps you've created, and growing growing on, not necessarily up, just growing on. Because now I'm seeing that show. I never actually watched it, but from like Big Bang Theory and then Young Sheldon. That's what it's reminding me of. Like there could be a spin-off, but then I love when things come so through for me like this. Then I'm seeing like the show Beverly Hills 90210. And I'm sure there's other shows, but they did a remake of it. Something along the lines. Anyway, trusting the next generation as well. And allowing them to do what they're going to do with it. So I have here the Three of Cups and the King of Wands. You might even be called in as... What are those people called when you're going to do a show... I don't know why it's all TV oriented.
A long time ago.
Yeah, and it's because a long time ago you were on the show or you're like an expert in something and you're going to be called in to help this grow. I'm saying for the next generation, but it doesn't have to be this whole generation. It could just be the next season, the next person who's taking your job because you're moving on, growing on. I need to write that down for the title because I can never remember the titles at all. And then I have here the World, because this is where you're growing on to. You can't miss out on anything in this. Is that what FOMO means? Fear of missing. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, so that doesn't matter. But the world is in your head as the world turns. Is that a soap opera? And it's like, I don't want to be living in a soap opera. But let's also say, for the few soap operas or episodes I've seen growing up when my mom or dad was watching them, they have some of the most fantastical stories. Like, it's so great. It's so great. But then what else is a soap opera? You know, in the dramatics of it. Many things, many other industries, the way things are portrayed and projected out, everything's like life is one big soap opera of sorts. Okay, so thank you. So I'm being asked to recognize, I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but here there's white and it's like the soap of the water. Oh, I mean business. My intuition is like means business. And now I have the masculine temple over here. So this is feeling very balancing.
Where are you?
I am here. Where are you? Okay, give me a moment. Sorry. So this is reminding me of Dr. Freeze from Batman. Eight of Cups. Yeah, Dr. Freeze from Batman. If Eight of Cups means anything to you. Okay, hilarious. There is the ice cube right in there. What is in there? I can't even see in these cards. I need so many layers of sight. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. I think there's a goblet in there. Goblet, chalice, cup. We'll call it a cup. Eight of Cups. I read art, not tarot. It's obvious. I'm washing the walls where there was once graffiti, not because I'm mad at the graffiti, but it's like that stage. Now there's also grown-up graffiti where it just changes. It actually changes forms. And I can still appreciate. But something's frozen. Hold on.
Move over.
I feel like I can see the word move over in there. Princess of Wands. Oh, interesting. Okay. Give me a moment. What's on the bottom? Queen of Wands. See, there's a growing on. Something's growing on. What's growing on? The feminine energy feels like it has... Okay, no. Wait a moment. I'm coming back to the show Friends. I apologize, but it is what it is. There's 3 guys and there's 3 girls, right? Ross, Chandler, Joey, Phoebe, Rachel, and Monica. It's balanced.
Bad.
There are other characters coming in and out. Guest spots. Yeah. Some of them might also be animals. There might be a highlighted person for a season if they befriend somebody in the show. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I'm hearing that song, "We're here for a good time, not a long time." There's also a pairing of energies, you and another person, or simply a pairing of people, where you're in the show and you're also producers, or there's alternative roles. Or it's like one part of you, maybe it's the feminine energy of you that really enjoys being the actress, but the masculine energy is what steps forward to produce in your life. And okay, so like for me, when I create the ink blots, it's my masculine energy just within me. That's okay? But my feminine energy scries. Does that make sense? Okay.
Portrait.
All right. Let's add on a talisman card and an angel number card, and I hope this message finds you well. If you haven't already, please do consider sharing, and subscribing, commenting, all that kind of great stuff. You guys really warm my haunted heart. You really, really warm my haunted heart. When you said bad, Ghost Tube, it's like even sometimes situations, people are like coming into the show to create contrast, to see if there has, you have your favorite villain, or they have a trait you're like, well, no, I prefer Ross over Joey or whatever. Okay, and that's fine. But then somebody will come in to enhance certain character traits so that you can maybe better connect or have compassion for that character. And then vice versa, you might have, a favorite, and then somebody else comes in and it's like, oh, I didn't realize they were writing that into the character. Don't worry that it was upside down. I didn't fix the cards. Divine guidance.
Halt.
Okay. Stop right there. I gotta know right now. Before we go any further, do you love me? So while I'm on the oil rig, struck gold again, there's a conversation with flamingos. Yes, and ostriches. Flamingos and ostriches. I'm also receiving. I'm giving and receiving. Okay, when I'm receiving though, I feel outside of myself for a second. So that might be somebody else. It feels like new caterpillars. Alice in Wonderland, the next gen of caterpillars. Wisdoms? Possibly. Okay.
Where are you?
So it's like one energy might prefer in this example to be the writer, the actor, the producer, the cleanup crew, behind the scenes, this, that, or the other. You know what these are for you. And then I'm also seeing in the whole of that coin, the oil rig, and the mill, all of these parts working together, you are as one holistically the director. Everyone, by making choices, and when I say everyone, I mean all the me's in me. Some are being phased out, they're being written out, or they are, their script has run out. If it's different guest stars, this, that, or the other. And you're following your guidance. in which direction to go
I'm
in.
right here.
That'll be most lucky for you. The cold and the hot of it, turning the taps again. And it's like, now I feel like I'm making tea for these different parts of me. Some like it, it's like, some like it hot, some like it cold, and some like it lukewarm. Or just 2 sugars, please. One sugar, no milk. There's all these different beverages. On the bottom is I am a visionary.
Why are you here?
And I am limitless. Sorry, I was called to take the bottom one. 0 to 12. Maybe this
Angela.
is from 0 to 12 hours. A year. 12 days. Okay. And then it brings me back into... Where were you? 13 of integration. Would be the next step. It's interesting how powerful 0 is. Like, you could have $0 in your bank account, and would you feel limitless? But if you had $12, comma, 00,
Basement.
00000, how many zeros? How many coins? Looking at the spheres. Sphere.
Locket.
The power of 0 could also actually be a locket. There is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It's time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. This is the coin. It very much so looks like the Mario coins. Ta-ding, ta-ding. And that's why it's not flipping the coin, heads or tails. While that might have its place, if it's like your energies or your skill sets, masculine, feminine, child, adult, whatever the case may be, your math skills versus your decorating skills or your fine motor skills. It's like, well, let's flip a coin. We're both kind of, we both within the self. It's like, I could go either way. I could have pizza or I could have Chinese. Okay, let's flip a coin. That feels like the places, because the skill sets or the wants and desires are both there. But this is into it, the intuition, the intuit, the growing on and moving on, and being on the edge of it, of the mill, not like a hamster wheel, so you're going nowhere.
You can't understand.
So even if that's the case, something's, I'm trying to envision it for a minute, like this visionary that you are. So that's fantastic. Thank you. And I'm on top of it, and I'm walking the coin. I'm producing energy. And this might be an aspect of the self. So as I notice, maybe there's a certain role or something you do, a task, and it seems mundane, but it's like it propels the passion of another area of your life or another portion of the clockwork of the whole consciousness. It is important. So it's like asking me to follow where that effort or that energy that's being created, used, given, etc., and where the point of passion is. And if I would like to move up or change places of that, it would be through my perspective, that I would place a different portion of me there.
Yes.
To help me understand the benefit. It's like the next generation within myself. And it's like, what's that saying? Chop wood, carry water. Enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Because it's a shift of something, a different aspect finds value in that. It says, I will absolutely be of service to that. Because I understand what it's propelling. No idea if that makes sense. And then finally we have 12, I am a visionary. Creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich, and you are able to express your feelings and insights in a unique way that others can benefit from. Sorry, I feel a little opposite being. It's opposite day. 0 to 12. There's like 5, 6 gears. I don't know for like a big transport truck, but it's like seeing something bigger than that. I think I'm back on that rig thing, and I'm seeing all the gear shifts here. Like how many gears, shifting gears, how many layers are at work. So you can't be missing out when you are part of the collective and trusting in the goodness of others, of you within oneself. Oh, I'm yammering. I hope this makes sense.
Idiot.
Lord have mercy. Nonetheless, I'm a visionary and I am limitless. And I'm being divinely guided. And there's so much movement. Even like in this card, see how there's like 2 coins, like the edges of the coins we've been talking about.
What is the date?
It's like glasses. Like moving glasses. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. I hope this did serve and inspire. If you did enjoy this, please do consider sharing, and subscribing. 777, I am in the flow. Hopefully you feel that and you have found a message with meaning. Until next time, gratitude galore. Your presence warms my haunted heart. All the links are below.